You need to start reading this. That book is the Bible. And we now live in a society where the 0.1% elite wants you retarded. They want you complacent. Excuse me. They want you complacent. They want you to not have a conscience. That is why they are perceiving AI as God. This is why you see high rates of both men and women talking to ChatGPT, talking to their AI robot. Why? Because they don't criticize you. They give you the easy solution. They give you what you want to hear, what you want to feel. This is why dudes want AI sex robots. And this is why women constantly talk to ChatGPT, because ChatGPT reaffirms them of their stupid choices. It just is what it is. And so, how can you stop this? One, purchase this book. Two, pray. Three, write. Yeah, writing actually helps. Journaling actually helps. Because in a world full of consumption, in a world full of instant dopamine, instant scrolling, instant gratification, instant, self pleasure, you desire more and more and more because our human flesh is flawed. So when you do something as simple as writing, it will seem hard at first. It will seem like a chore. It will seem something that isn't beneficial. Why? Because your brain has been programmed to instantly seek dopamine, instantly watch YouTube videos, instantly watch TikTok videos, scroll on Reels, look at your friends' Snapchats, look at other people's Snapchats. Your brain has been wired and programmed to not do the simple things that give you dopamine. Like writing to yourself, you're actively creating something. You are creating words on a sheet of paper. And especially if those words are to God, to yourself, to your goals, it's perfect, right? Like, why wouldn't you want to do that, right? And so, writing has helped me a lot. Obviously, reading has helped me a lot as well, because especially reading the Bible, that's like the only book that I read, and people think the more books that I read, the more literature that I read, the smarter I'll get. That could be true. You could be more literate. However, true wisdom comes from the fear of God. And when I first read that, I was like, hmm, that makes sense, yeah. Because if you're actively seeking to, you're fearing God, what does that mean? You're living a life to his commandments, a life to his teachings. You're a fool, right? You're a fool for God. This is why retard maxing is a thing, right? He says the smart in this world are fools, whereas the fools for me are the smartest. They're the wisest, right? Because because when you follow Christ, when you follow him and you read his word, you do the opposite of what the world wants you to do, what your parents want you to do, what your grandparents want you to do, what your friends want you to do. And so you're going to look like a fool on the outside, but on the inside you are going to feel so smart, you're going to feel loved, you're going to feel at peace, you're going to feel better than anyone. And that's just what it is, right? And that's why you got to read the Bible most importantly, and just read in general, right? Because you're actively doing something that's hard, right? Reading is hard. It's it takes time, it takes attention, it takes effort, right? But when you're done reading, you feel better. And then pair that with writing what you just read. It will allow you to then connect with that information that you just read. And then now that you connected with what you just read to writing it on a sheet of paper, your brain now did two things that would instantly combine both. That would then make your knowledge be in your brain forever. Like you will not lose it. Does that make sense? So, what to do? I just gave you what to do. So go out and do it. And really go against your flesh. Go against the world, right? Because the world right now wants you to be complacent. It wants you to seek pleasures. It wants you to feel these desires, right? Another thing too, prayer, right? I said that was the second thing. They want you to talk to ChatGPT to find an instant answer, whereas you need to be talking to God, because He'll also give you an instant answer. And then it will be a process, right? ChatGPT is cool. It's like a useful tool for like certain metrics of what you need help with. But for the bigger life problems, you need to talk to the Father. You need to reach the Son. You need to feel the Holy Spirit. And so you have the God and you have the fake God, AI. The elites are pushing this and they're diminishing this. This is why everyone has been on their phones. It is the damn phone. Okay? It is the damn phone. So if you get rid of the phone and only use it as a tool to help you succeed in life, rather than a tool that will destroy you with desires, fleshly pleasures, all of that, then you will be destroyed, right? It's like the same thing with money. Money isn't inherently evil, it's neutral. It's the person that could either be evil or good with the money. Then, in turn, that money could be either be evil or good. But money is just money. It's neutral, right? So, take the words as you will, right? Those that have ears, let them hear, okay? Because it is a problem in society, okay? It really, truly is. And what is most fearful is the older generation. I've said previously, right? The boomers are really a fucking problem. Excuse my language, but they are a problem. Okay, you saw that with the Thomas Massie election. Okay, it was the I word, it was the I country that funded the other guy, but it was also the dumb, retarded boomers that are sucked into AI slop, into Fox News slop. Okay, and that's the point. AI is going to be used as a tool for politicians in the future. It is going to be used as a tool for blackmail. It is going to be used as a tool for make-believe things, right? Those guys, they control the media, right? What is media? It's an alternate reality. You're masking reality, right, with media. If you portray something and push it in the algorithm, the image and portrayal, right, in the media can look one thing, but in real life it's another, right? It's a masquerade. They're altering time, essentially. They're altering reality with media. And now with something that, with AI, they can now alter it even more, to an even greater extent. And so you have to be careful, right? Obviously, you could use AI as a tool, but it's not going to be for that issue of the upper echelon elite trillionaires, billionaires. They're not going to use it for that, bro. Like, they're not going to use it for, so, oh, AI agents, you know. Yeah, those are for like small business owners that can help, right? But these dudes, they're trying to create the mark of the beast, bro. Like, this is literally what it is. Um, like, and you could deny it all you want, but dude, this is literally just the mark of the beast, bro. Um, so yeah, like you have to be, and by doing these things, like reading your Bible, praying, and writing, these will unlock your conscience, right? Because if you're actively seeking the truth and you're actively wanting to create a relationship with the truth, and then you're doing hard things to connect to the truth, then you'll only find yourself at the truth, right? You won't be living in a world of lies. You won't be living in a world of deceptive reality, because that's what they want you to do. That's what they want you. That's what they want. Okay, they want you to literally be retarded like the boomers. Okay, and the young people are very good. They're very tapped in. They're aware, obviously. But the problem is the boomers. The problem is the 50-year-olds, the 40-year-olds, the millennials. Those people are the problem. Okay, because they have grown up in this perceived reality without, the social media that we could see sometimes, the videos that we see sometimes, and they've just been programmed, right? And you can't really blame them, right? They've been programmed. And then to make matters worse, they have more responsibility on their hands, right? They have a family, they have kids, they have a mortgage, they have to pay taxes, they have a job. So all of these problems that they're facing, right? We ask in America, oh, why isn't there a revolution yet with the ep files? You know, why isn't there a revolution yet? And it's the young people that are saying that, right? But like we're such a small population to really do anything. Um, and we're like, where's the revolution? Well, I mean, the majority of the people that you kind of need for a revolution, they're kind of stuck paying their bills, they're stuck paying taxes, they're stuck doing their job, and they're older. They don't have energy and the will to fight. They don't have the will to revolt. They're just trying to be like, oh, I'm just trying to clock in and do my work, which you can't blame them, right? It's the system that they that they created, right? It's a perfect system if you want to destroy the world. Only Satan can craft a plan like that, right? That's why he said, you would be doing what your father Abraham did, but you're doing the will of your own father, the devil. So those are the people, right? It's an evil world that we live in, right? Um, and it's not hard to see who runs it. It's not hard to see, right? Like people think like these billionaires are good people. Dude, no person in the world should ever need $1 billion. Like unironically, unless if you're trying to like bring people towards Christ with the money, which the vast majority of billionaires aren't, then like, dude, they're just corrupt. They just got somewhere in a corrupt manner. And this isn't from a victim mindset, but it's like truly if you were one with God and you had a relationship and you thought to yourself like, do I really need $1 billion to live comfortably? Like, dude, like $1 billion is insane. That is literally insane, right? And I don't even think I would want that, right? Like I would want to provide for my obviously my wife and my children and maybe my children's children, but then at the end of the day, like that pampering brings ruin to families, right? So obviously you would have to teach your kids some self-discipline and respect and all this stuff so they don't get pampered and spoiled, right? Because the more money that you just constantly give to a child, like they're not going to work for anything. And that's why what King Solomon says in Ecclesiastes, like my work will just end up in nothing because the person that I'm going to leave my, riches and spoils to doesn't know anything, right? So it's meaningless. Like it is meaningless. Like at the end of the day, the only meaning in life is to pursue God. So that's what you guys should all do, okay? Especially in such a messed up time, right? AI is not God, okay? That's what they want you to think. And that's why everyone is on their phones. Like I hate when like people are just like in the gym and they're on the treadmill for 30 minutes and they're just on their phone scrolling. Like I can understand like changing a song, right? Pick it, change a song. If you're trying to mog while you're on the treadmill, you know, 15 incline, 3 speed, mogging on the treadmill with your funk, with your hard style, and you're going, and then some ad pops up or like something, and you're trying to change the song. I understand that picking up your phone for that. But dude, when you're nerd necking like this on the phone, bro, especially outside, oh my gosh, don't even get me started with college campuses, bro. Dude, that's a problem. That's seriously a problem. Like not appreciating, the eyes that you have to see nature, to just be one with what God has created, and you're stuck in an alternate reality. That is frustrating. Especially going on a walk to classes. You know how much kids I see just sucked and stuck on their phone? Especially women. And can I blame the women since they just get compliment after compliment after compliment and they're literally a 4 out of 10 makeup low tier Becky? Just be better, man.